How are we doing there, guys and gals? Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are staying safe and enjoying yourselves out there on your bikes. Spring is here. In the Northern Hemisphere, spring is here, baby. 11 degrees Celsius. Woo! That's perfect riding weather for me. But anyway, guys and gals, today we're going to discuss adventure bikes and touring bikes. Because they seem to be taking over a little bit here. Yeah. This is going to be interesting, this one, because I used to be a touring bike rider, and you know, yeah, they're good bikes. A lot of touring bikes are really good bikes, but you know, they're kind of like branded as like this do-it-all motorcycle, everything motorcycle, especially adventure bikes. Anything, you can do anything on them. You can go off-roading, you can do touring, you can do track days, whatever. You can do absolutely anything on them. Well, I actually disagree with that statement, alright? If you're looking to buy an adventure bike or a touring bike because you think it can do everything, I've got some bad news for you. They are trying to be like this jack of all trades motorcycle class, but they're actually not very good at any one thing. For example, you take an adventure bike off-road, why? Take a dirt bike. Take something that is specifically designed for off-roading. You know, no, you don't need an adventure bike. Adventure bikes are heavy things, man. You don't want a heavy machine going off-road, or touring bikes for that matter. But you know, they are different. The touring bikes are different from the adventure bikes. We all know that. But why are so many people buying them? You know, they're not the fastest things in the world. The engines aren't exactly all that exciting. They're always parallel twins or twin cylinders a lot of the time. I mean, you do get some inline 4-cylinder sport tourers out there, touring bikes, but they're few and far between. But yeah, a lot of people are buying these bikes, and I can understand why, because they're very comfortable, they're very forgiving, they are reliable as well. A lot of the time they're very reliable because the engines aren't being pushed to the limit at all. They're very, very conservative. So, and a lot of them are quite good actually on fuel economy as well. So they've also got that going for them. But why? Why are we investing so much time and money in motorcycles that arguably are boring? I don't know, guys. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people out there watching this video that are adventure bike riders and touring bike riders, and they're going to totally disagree with me. But from my experience, touring bikes, they're nowhere near as fun as something like this. Okay, I know a lot of people would consider this motorcycle here to be a sport tourer, but this is a far more sporty experience than a touring bike. I'll give you some examples of touring bikes, okay? Alright, the touring bikes, you've got, let's see here, the 1000 SX from Kawasaki, touring bike. You've got the GSX-S 1000 something. No, the GSX-S is the naked, but they have Suzuki also has a touring bike version of that bike. Funnily enough, I think that it's the same actually with Kawasaki. They also have a naked version of the 1000 SX. It's just the Z1000. So you've got you got that. Let's see here from Honda. Oh, what's going on here then? Yep, someone really isn't paying attention. No, it's a learner. Okay, fair enough. Oh, excuse me, I had a cold this week, so not feeling too great today. I'm sure you want to hear all of my awful noises, bodily noises. But let's have a look then. Honda. God, I'm struggling to think of a tourer from Honda, but the ZX-14R. That's a tourer. It is a sporty tourer, but it is a touring bike nonetheless. And yeah, I mean, to be fair, the 500R, I think that's an inline 4, isn't it? I can't remember off the top of my head, but bikes that you may even consider to be quite sporty, they're actually not. They're not that exciting. They're not that sporty. They look great, but no, they're not exactly. Well, my Ninja 650 back in the days not a sport bike. It's a very, very comfy bike. It's a tourer. Very, very comfy bike. A lot of the time you can tell when a sport bike is a sport bike because they're not very comfy bikes. You're quite crunched up in the seat. So you're very, like, you're leaning forward a lot. You're like in a Superman position and your knees feel quite close to your elbows. On all the bikes that I mentioned, not the case. But the interesting part about all this is that there is a motorcycle out there, a type of motorcycle that is comfortable, but also gives you a lot of fun and isn't that expensive. Those are Nakeds. Nakeds, honestly. If you're looking to buy an adventure bike in the near future or a touring bike, have a look at some Nakeds, because you would be surprised at how good Nakeds are these days. They're absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. They're fast. They have a load of torque. They are, you know, you can take them around tracks as well, for God's sake. They're ridiculously fun motorcycles. So, if I was going to buy a motorcycle like that, if I did get to an age where I got to a point in my health where I could no longer ride sport bikes, or I could no longer ride the bikes that I want to ride, then Nakeds are my second choice, easily. I would happily buy a Naked over a touring bike and over an adventure bike. I mean, the thing that Nakeds have got going for them is the fact that they're quite lightweight motorcycles in a lot of cases. Adventure bikes are notoriously heavy. Touring bikes are notoriously heavy bikes. But Nakeds? No, they're a lot of the time they're a lot better. A lot better in terms of how nimble they are, and of course, if they are fairly lightweight, then it will help with the power, because you're able to get yourself moving a lot quicker. So, you know, yeah, Nakeds have a lot to offer, and I don't like the way how tourers and adventure bikes are kind of taking over the market. But then again, manufacturers have been having to diversify what they've been doing recently to kind of make up for it. So it does make sense from a business standpoint to invest in that sector, because it is quickly becoming a very, very popular motorcycle type to buy. Now I've actually I've gone the wrong way here. I was meant to go somewhere and I've gone somewhere different, so I actually don't recognize these roads at all, so I might have to turn around and go back the way I came. I think I know which turning I was looking for. Yeah. Well, these things happen, you know, you get lost, but I don't exactly track and trace it everywhere I go. Sometimes I just go on a ride and I go on a bit of an adventure and just see where I end up. But I did actually have a route in mind today, but yeah, I've missed a turning. This isn't a road that I take very often, so yeah, I do get lost sometimes. Yeah, no idea where I'm going. Alright, I'll go back the way I came. Hopefully I can find which direction I was meant to be going in in the first place. But yeah, I think this is one of those things as well, guys. I mean, I'm talking from personal experience here. You know, there's so many other bikes out there that are far more exciting to ride than a lot of the touring bikes and adventure bikes. They seem very, very generic, you know. They're not exactly anything that, I don't know, they don't get your heart pumping. I suppose it's like, if you're going to make an example of the car world, SUVs. SUVs are very boring cars. I know that's probably going to annoy a lot of people as well, but I've never ever driven an SUV that is a fun car. But I mean, you know, again, I'm talking from experience, but that is my opinion. So let me know what you think down in the comment section below. SUVs, yeah, I mean, they have their practical applications and what have you, of course they do. But but no, they're not as fun as a hatchback. You know, they're not quite as practical as a pickup or a van. So yeah, you know what I mean. I think one of the things that's happening as well is that, I mentioned this in another video recently, is the way how, especially in Europe, motorcycle riders are getting older. The generation of riders are getting older. So motorcycles that would normally be exciting for a lot of them are no longer that appealing because they won't be able to make the most of it because of their health, because of their, you know, because of how much strain the positions will put you in on, say, sport bikes, for example. But I mean, that's why I mentioned nakeds, because nakeds are a viable option, a very viable option for older riders. So yeah, I mean, if you guys, if there's anyone out there that is suffering with their backs, their knees, or what have you, and you need to try and find a comfy bike that is still insanely fun, nakeds have got you. Nakeds have got you. You have a look at a GSX-1400, you look at a ZH2 or a Z1000 from Kawasaki, look at an MT10 or an MT09 from Yamaha, Odyssey. They are absolutely amazing motorcycles. So I definitely recommend that you would check them out. You might not like the look of them. I know that nakeds, they can divide opinions when it comes to the way they look, but I personally haven't seen a naked yet that I don't like the look of. Well, at least I prefer the look of most nakeds to most adventure bikes and most tourers. You know, I think a lot of people agree with me on that. Adventure bikes aren't that good looking, to be honest, and they're a bit. Again, they're very utilitarian. Things that are utilitarian aren't exactly. I think that's the turning I need. Aren't exactly that exciting, you know, or at least they're not exciting for that long. You'll get used to them pretty quick, and the experience ends up becoming quite mundane. But that's just me, guys. That's just me. Anyway, I'm gonna have to turn around again somewhere to find that turning again. But this is just a little quick video here, just to kind of, I don't know, give people a different option to touring bikes and adventure bikes. Don't be afraid to look at other things. Yeah, there's lots and lots of choice out there. Don't automatically think, well, you have to default to to the touring bikes, you know. But I mean, look, the thing is, look, again, like, you know, I'm saying that they're not exciting and not fun. It depends on the use case. You know, if you are looking for a motorcycle that you can go on tour with your wife, your girlfriend, your partner, you want something that is going to be good for both of you, then touring bikes, a fantastic option. Same as adventure bikes, a fantastic option all round. So of course they do have their purpose in the market, they do have their uses, and they have a place. But if you want something for you, if you want something that is exciting for you primarily, touring bikes ain't it, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, thank you ever so much for joining me on today's ride. Definitely let me know what you think down in the comments. I'm sure this video is going to divide opinions quite a lot, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. And of course, leave a like if you like this video. Check out the next video that we've got coming up on our end screen. Hope you're doing well, hope you're riding safe. We'll catch you all in the next video. Have a good one.